The trek through the dungeon. So let's see. As I'm sure I've mentioned in different places, you all may or may not have seen Octopode, Storm form, Shocktopus. Very tempting. Don't know that I'm actually good enough to pull it off yet, but I am trying, and I think part of this might be that version 0.29 and 0.26 are fundamentally different in terms of early game survivability because of attacks of opportunity and general challenge that has been tweaked. But it doesn't feel insurmountable, so I feel like I need to keep working on it. I'm debating whether using the +2 aptitude to poison and running Venom Mage is the right opener, using the general strength and power that is Magic Dart, Mephitic Cloud, and Stabbing with the stealth ability as a hedge wizard. And I don't know what the correct answer is between those two. I think I just have to accept that I'm going to tank my win percentages for a little while I try and figure this out myself. Because if you look at my... Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's just my last game. What I would want to look for is S equals Urone. There we go. I have 71 octopi that never got a rune, 3 that got 3, 2 that got 2. Wait, am I reading this wrong? 2x, 2, 1, 4, 11. I had an 11 rune octopus, a 4 rune I clearly am reading this wrong. No, I'm not. Okay, yeah. 0 runes, 3 runes, 2 runes, 1 runes, 4 runes, and 11 runes. So I've had some decent octopi, but what about recently? Yeah, recently I've had 12 deaths and 2 unique runes and 4 unique runes. Yeah, and 2 good runs. So I want to start building up the instinct. Actually, another interesting parameter would be how do you do it? X equals or S equals time. No, that's probably not a valid. Uh, no, never mind. I don't know. There's a way to tell how long the runs have gone. I'm curious. Anyway, whatever. Let's get to work. So I think I want to tinker with Venom Mage some more. The biggest issue a Venom Mage is going to regularly run into is non-poisonable creatures. You can't stab them, disable them. What disables a non-mephiticable creature so that I can stab it? Blinding, summon clouds for distraction. So let's go Hedge Wizard and use the summon imp ability if necessary to make stabs happen. Yeah, that should be the plan. Now again, we are in good company here because if you take a look, wait, what? LG dot octopode wizard and S equals Urune. Huh. I don't have any games. That can't be right. Did I spell it wrong? Have they renamed it Hedge Wizard? Is that it? There you go. That's better. 33 with none, 2 with 2. Okay, I don't understand what this means. I need to figure out how I'm reading this wrong. 33, 0, 2 with 2, 1 with 1, 3, and 11. Got it. They're sorting by total number. Well, that's a pretty lousy ratio. That means that I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 38 runs that got a single rune. I need to do better. Okay, We're definitely going with manual training. We're definitely going to focus on my killing ability and my general spell casting ability off the bat, with a side point into strength or stealth because I'm going to be a stabber. That's cripes! Right off the bat, we're heavily assaulted, hidden in a corner. Get 1, 2. Okay, we did not die on turn 1. Thank God. So far, so good. Take out the adder or the python. Good. Let's not take them both on. Ideally, just one at a time. Ideal would have been to hit him at least once. Okay, we now have the ability to pick up Blink. Now, what I'm very curious about is if being constricted qualifies you as being stabbable. Because if so, that definitely changes the view on a Mephitic Stabber Octopode. It's very favorable. Since you're often getting into melee with the confused enemy that isn't going to hit you, and it's bouncing around and you constrict it to keep it in place. If that means all of my hits are stabs, that's great. Okay, this is a great early find, actually. We'll go with silver boomerangs. Sure. I'll carry a spear, but probably never use them. This is a bad spot to be unless I get a stab off, and I have no Mephitic to recover if I don't, so let's back off. We can take the dart slug on. So the reason I opened with the boomerang there is it's probably more damage than my magic dart, and magic dart's accuracy is really good. Boomerang is more likely to miss, so on a sleeping enemy that I need to deal a lot of damage to, I'm going to open with the boomerang probably. All right, Mephitic Cloud memorized. We immediately need to start working on making this more castable. Spellcasting and conjuration is all good. Bring my enemies to me. There's too many of them. We know for sure there's at least 3, I believe. Alright, lucky shot. Now I'm kind of hitting the point where the rest of these popcorn are going to be easy to take out. We have a double of a scroll, so read 1. That way, if we waste it, we at least have value by knowing the other. And next floor. Did I miss any good weapons? Nah, not really. Ooh, Storm Dragon's armor this early. That's fantastic for a different player. Boomerang early, and then with Magic Dart to finish. High Stealth will give me some passive survivability. By the way, to anyone watching who knows the damage formula on stabbing, please feel free to comment for everyone's edification. Okay, this is really bad. Let's Mephitic once in melee range and then get out. They got more confused than I got more confused than they did. This went really badly. Random potion drinking is a sign that I've hit my end. We don't have the luxury of, because of attacks of opportunity, we have to be nervous and pop our magic potion early. And I pissed away the advantage there by attacking. I should have let the confused guy block the hallway. Slugs can't open doors, so I'm okay. All right. I took a lot of unnecessary damage there, but I do feel like I had to use the magic potion. I don't think there was a way out of that scenario without using it. I do want to go upstairs and use my large stack of scrolls, which are probably ID now, and use them to ID as much of this as possible. Well, we found the Curing Scroll and a couple other buffs that can, and the Heal Wounds. Perfect. Those are the two I really wanted. Those buffs should get me through a fight. Teleport Scroll should get me out of a bad situation at least once. So I have a few survival tools at my disposal now. We're going to turn off Stealth when it hits 4. We've got Magic Dart down to a Science. Probably should get our Mephitic more castable, so we're going to pour a lot of points into Air Magic and a little point into Poison, just to force it as fast as we can. Getting everything to 2 to 3 is very reasonable, and if I do find Storm Form, all the Air Magic that I've picked up immediately becomes double useful. Well, not immediately, but eventually becomes double useful. Poke, poke, and off we go. What was that sling, by the way? Just a generic sling. So because they got rid of ammo, slings are significantly more tempting these days for me. Because if it's a sling of flaming or whatever, all your bullets will be flaming and it will have an infinite supply. You don't have to pick up the ammo. But with untrained, I'm used to playing a null where everything is at least a little trained. Untrained, definite pros and cons to using off weapons that aren't your main. I'm really not using the value of my stabbing very much, or my stealth very much. See, I could be doing more of those walk up to it and stab it. The problem is walking up to something in melee when you have an AC of 1 is it's poorly concealed suicide half the time. So I'm not exactly inclined to do it every time. Staff of Earth, eh? Yeah, it might be worth considering at some point. All right, still no altar. Not that we were expecting one this early, but you know. Phantom is extremely dangerous, and I don't have any tricks to take him out. Oh, I have silver boomerangs. That should do massive damage to him. Blink once to get him away from me. He'll blink me around, so that's fine. Okay, he killed me one time. Keep trying for the kill myself. Blink away. He's gonna kill me twice, isn't he? Magic dart, magic dart, magic dart. Got him. Yep, that was scary. He could have killed me at least twice there. I wasn't playing maximally defensively. Okay, call down half the level. Let's back off. And start the confuzzling stabbles. Focus the one thing that isn't going to get mephiticed. You can get stabbed. You can get re-mephiticed. I want to kill you before I leave. Too late. Whoever decided that blink should be temporary needs to be shot. Or that blink needs to be something that you can run out of. I get that it was one of the only spells left in the game that wasn't power dependent. Maybe that's a good thing. Whatever. No, being shot is perhaps too big a penalty. I'm not serious. I just dislike the change. That's all. It's one more thing where it's almost like someone out there has got a memo that says game is too easy, you need to think of creative ways to make it harder, and most of us are sitting here saying this is not an easy game. Alright, so all 3 stairs are heavily guarded. I have no convenient way to break into any of them, and I am up against numerous enemies that can and will kill me. One miscast of Blink or Mephitic at a wrong time will put me in melee with a foe that can rip my guts out, and I don't get multicasts. This is bad. I don't have a spare EXP to use on something else. Try and alternate between these floors as much as possible, but there's a very bad entrance here. to be fighting from. Try and get a couple stabs off before I run. Run. I mean, guys, this is D4. You know, this is not Zot 3 that I'm fighting for my life to get into. This is not the depths, which is optional. This is the only possible way to continue playing the game right now. And look at this. I mean, what did I do? Am I not supposed to be pulling them one by one? I guess that's fine. I do have teleport scrolls I could be using instead. I don't want to use my only might potion. I don't resist cold. I could take 2 steps away and hope, but then I'm taking potentially 1 attack of opportunity per turn. I don't have any healing left. Self-mephitic is even more dangerous. Yeah, I take the 2 steps. What else can I do? That worked out, but only because the dice rolled okay. That was not a terrible situation to come back to. Blink once, got lucky, it actually blinked me away. Instead of into melee, I will take a melee mephitic and stab the rest of you all to death. There was a good weapon. Yep, there's a Dagger of Venom that I really want to get, but the door was horribly bull guarded by a mephitic immune enemy. So for now, it's going to have to be the slow way, I'm afraid. I don't have the ability to cure out of Confuse. If that Orc Sorcerer manages to get me, I'm basically dead. I could pick up Call Imp here for all the good it does. It gives my enemies something else to shoot at, so maybe it's a little something. I don't know. It's an alternate way to... Oh, I have a Wand of Acid. Okay. That's what we're going to use to kill this guy, since he's non-mephiticable and he's very dangerous. And now we can probably stop training one other school, maybe Poison for now. Since my long-term goals with Poison do not extend very far. The one thing that... There's a couple spells in Poison that I would go for potentially, but hopefully I get at least a couple decent rings and don't have to or something. Okay, we've unlocked the floor. Magic mapping could help me find a portal before it expires. That could be potentially very useful to me. Hey, there's the enemy that I was worried about. A one-turn confuse Instagib. He instead goes down like popcorn, which is fine with me. Still can't pick up that dagger of poison yet. Finally acquired. Okay, there's a manual on this floor. If it's something useful... It's a manual of transmutation. That's going to be very inviting if I decide to go storm form. Or any decent form, honestly. Just depending on what the dungeon gives me, really. Even if I get Sting from the point... Okay. Well, that is a tempting buy one day. Int +4 with freeze on a +7 flail is very, very useful. But before that day comes, this is probably going to be worth throwing a few gold pieces at. The ability to throw poison at an enemy could potentially be something that lets me soften up and kill an enemy that otherwise I would be unable to. Case in point, arthropods are generally very vulnerable to this kind of thing. I really dislike spending money early on before I find Gazog because I've been in games where my choice of doing so made it very hard to enter his service, since the service fee became hard to reacquire. It's obviously not a big deal. You're gonna find what you need eventually, money-wise, and if you've got your heart set on Gazog, you're probably already limiting yourself in terms of how flexible you should be when playing. But, you know, it's there. No, do not keep equipping yourself. Kill off your enemies, and then do so. Alright, we're air, spellcast conjurations. Air is in a good spot. Conjuration's in a good spot. Yeah, let's start putting on some defensive skills, guys. We don't want to die while we're trying to get stronger. We're gonna cap spellcasting at 5. No, wait, spellcasting is probably necessary for Blink, and Blink needs at least a little love. So we'll throw a little bit of points at translocations. This book is unfortunately contains only things that I don't know how to make good use of. Gel's Gravitas potentially is good. I don't even know, but I don't know how to make good use of it, so it's useless to me. We're gonna blink once to deal with this guy, so that's my current strategy. Well, that didn't work. We're gonna have to Wanda Acid him once, and then take it from there. Blink again, get off a few pot shots. Blink again, get off a pot shot. Okay, did it. We have already decided how much we hate these guys. Silver, 98% to hit. Does almost no damage. Great. Now we have an enemy on our hands and no creative solutions. How does Orb of Mayhem work? Was that the one that can confuse things? Sounds like it berserks enemies nearby, but makes them frenzied, so potentially killing each other? You know, I think I could try this. I mean, objectively speaking, as long as I don't put myself in positions where I am generally inducing confusion as my means of prepping my enemies for a good stabbing, right? So if I can induce mayhem, they're no more likely to hit each other than they already were for me. Okay, we can ditch simple daggers when we got good stuff. Brand the spear. Protection is a good brand. Yeah, see, in this situation, I want the spear, probably. No, but see, now he's stabbable, so now I want the dagger. Okay, that's a lot of them. Let's open with a Mephitic, and then ask the obvious question. How is it fair that I came down a staircase, and then this happened? Like, what if I wasn't playing a character that has such a good AoE response? Oh, I forgot about you. Thank God, you seem to have forgotten about me too. Okay, you seem more killable. Nope. Do you see me? Man, natural stealthiness on an octopus is very powerful. Not worried about an ogre. Okay, more worried now. What happened? I got hit by an attack of opportunity when I stepped away from the Fuddrucker. That's not fair. He was confused is the only reason he didn't chase me, follow up, and triple whap me. Alright, how's Blink looking? 9%? That's okay. That's reasonable. Testing these scrolls as I go is probably not as smart as waiting till the floor is cleared, but gotta give some allowance for me being forgetful. Alright, we did not make good on the 50% chance, which even with this many enemies, which tells me it's not that there's a 50% chance rolled per enemy, it's a 50% chance once rolled on kill. There we go. That guy went neutral and killed his buddy. Frenzied and insane and unaware. It's probably not safe to be charging him in this situation because he's mited. So if he does hit me by accident, it would hurt like crazy. Well, I now have many poison darts, so that's cool. Yeah, we're just gonna do one of these, and then back off. Int buff. That sucks. So not for nothing, but there've been like no deity altars, and we're on D6. I don't know, maybe it's just bad luck, but I really do feel like they've nerfed everything. Orc Wizard, there you are. At this point, my power is pretty good, so my raw power is pretty good. A trident is a decent weapon. A +3 trident is a very decent weapon. Do I have a brand scroll handy? I think I had an extra. Yeah, I'm gonna brand this sucker. Yes! Unless you're stabbing, this is a solid weapon to be using. And even if you're stabbing, it's still good. Necromantic Earth spell of BVC is probably worth heavily investing in and using to win the game. Unfortunately, it's just not the direction I'm going right now. I don't know if it's worth switching over to. I'm going to try to work without it and hold out for luck, but in theory, that's a mistake on my part. I'm going to burn through all these scrolls. There's not a whole lot of scrolls that I need to save now except for the Blink scroll. And that's not a huge enough deal for me to worry about it. Summoning scroll's another one to save. We're gonna quaff anything I have only one of. Or sorry, I have two of. Alright, we managed to lose 10% HP, but otherwise, nothing. I don't like that, but I don't hate it enough to use up my other mutation potion. Alright, we are quaff ID'd. Stab and bail. I wasn't using my stabby weapon. See, and this is what I mean. All my stealth training is now useless because I'm not actively stabbing. But maybe I should be. 1, 2, 3, stab. Switch to the electrocution weapon. Do I need to haste? I'm gonna try not hasting. Okay, we got him. That could have gone real. No, I said Trishula, I meant Trident. But this guy could have gone so badly. Temple will be right in the middle of this. So let's go for it. And let's go for it. The one deity that I wanted, not there on D7. Damn. Game really hates me. Although they didn't give me a Grinder and Sigmund combo when I couldn't do anything about it, so I guess the game only hates me somewhat. Let's get under cover. hate skipping a floor, but I mean, that was looking really bad for me. Just because I have a better spot to fight from, this is already looking much better. Oh, yes, it frenzied the snake. Which got me through killing an enemy I would otherwise have been incapable of dealing with. Frenzied a guy that I... Can you please not just keep charging right at me? You know what? Fine. Don't care. Just get me off of cooldown on Blink, please. Okay. Don't get me off cooldown on Blink, please. Fear will be ineffective here. I don't have the ability to heal. Oh, I do have the ability to heal. Okay, so we're going to take one more shot. No, we're not. We're just going to heal now. And Blink. Whew. That very nearly was game over. That's a +5 greatsword that the guy has gone crazy with. Yep. Oh my god. Everything's just not going right. Alright, pillar dancing until my mana is back. Good enough. We're gonna stack poison on this guy. That's the correct approach to keep our distance. And we're gonna act as though, even though he was confused, we're gonna act as though he can somehow always make the step towards us. So keep the 2-space buffer so that he can't get in the attack of opportunity radius. And with him heavily poisoned, he shouldn't last too long. Okay, or that could happen. Then that, and I have to use up my good wands. What the fuck? Okay, not cool. Not cool, game. Not cool. Seriously. Lightning courses through something, so I'm definitely the right direction. Game over. It's very frustrating because I know that I'm not playing perfectly here. I know there was a better solution. Without looking at my inventory, I know I could have used fear to scare away the thing that I couldn't see and then run off. With looking at my inventory, I could have used attraction to guarantee that it stayed near me so that I could beat it up directly. I wonder if it was mayhemmed. And now this joins the list of my octopi that never made it to the lair. So clearly this is not just this is a me problem. Like, I need to be doing a better job of reliably getting to lair, and I'm not. It's all well and good when things are working out, when you're confusing your enemies and stabbing them, but I'm putting myself in situations where I die, and that's not cool. How high does Air Elementalist go? Airstrike. Okay, so in theory, an air-focused build can use lightning bolts to kill their targets, static discharge to kill big targets, and I'm hoping for a safety disable spell, but I do have swiftness to get out of a jam. I also benefit from only needing air for most of what I do. And ultimately, I transition into Storm Kitty very effectively. I already have multi-enemy attacks on Zap, which is also a full screen attack, which is so important now in this ridiculous attacks of opportunity have not been reverted game that we're in. So let's try this. And out of morbid curiosity, uh, it looks like I've only ever tried it once and I made it to level 10. So, okay, fair enough. There we go. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a situation where Magic Dart would be very ineffective, right? But in theory, I've got a 50-50 shot at hitting all of these guys at once. And if I remember to use my Bazaps and Trizaps, I can milk that even further. And I picked up Sticky Flame and Ignite Poison. So now I have strong transmutation abilities and strong raw damage. So I have, in theory, enough firepower to get through the lair. I don't have enough defense to do so, so I'm good that I'm training some dodge early on. I'll know that it is the build that's being viable rather than the items given to me if I can get through to the Ecumenical Temple and even to the lair using just the air starting kit. Guardian Spirit is a questionable decision this early in the game, in my opinion, because one hit to me can cost me all my MP, and I need my MP to do anything. But now that I have a Dagger of Venom, it's a little less all or none. Intelligence bonus. Shock is still not super castable, but it's getting there. The other nice thing about air is that everything that you're going to deal with early game is vulnerable to electricity, except maybe like the Sky Beast or something, right? So you don't have that standard. I'm playing poison, so half the enemies are immune problem. I should memorize swiftness regardless of whether I need it or not. I don't like swiftness because I don't understand how to time it out correctly, but it is the correct thing to have since it's my only safety option right now. Well, if I know that and I said that, then I should really just do it. And then when I randomly read an amnesia scroll one day, I'll be like, oh, I guess I know what I'm forgetting. Practice what I preach for once. The other nice thing about having Airstrike superpowered is it does deal with uniques, a lot of uniques, very nicely. As long as you, it also turns fights in hallways, or sorry, fights in open space into something very much in your favor. And fights in hallways are still good because Zap can double and triple hit. Shit, this is seeming more and more like it's viable as long as I can figure out how not to die. The thing is, without Blink, I lose my greatest ability to reset bad fights. That's a good spear. That's a really good spear, actually. That's a spear that potentially makes static discharge strong. And +7 to hit. Oh, shafted. Okay, it's a real game. Let's check for safety. We now have a. Oh my god! I just walked right into that, didn't I? Well, this is why we memorized swiftness. so that we could do this. And only give him 3 attacks of opportunity on the way. Hello. We cannot go down that hole now because we sullied it by screwing up and getting ourselves ogred. And we can't just, if you hit ZA period, it'll never double zap. If you do this, you get the double zap. So it's important to actually angle your shots with this. Double zap. Double zap. Double zap. Stab. 1. Double zap. Single zap. Alright, we done here. I'm shafted, so I do need to get back up soon. There we go. A random up can be more dangerous than staying down sometimes. So I'm gonna look for a safe up staircase, but be grateful that I know where any of them are. Okay, good. Now we got an up staircase. Because you don't know. You know, it can put you into a dangerous situation when you go up and you have no safe retreat. Alright, down we go. So we are still solo doing air. In theory, now would be the time for me to start picking up ignite poison and getting ready for using a mixture of my. Why can I not? Am I still not high enough level for airstrike? Oh, I'm not. I'm still level 3? No, I should be level 4. I don't have the spell levels because I haven't trained any spell casting. That might be an oversight. It might be worth putting some points into spell casting. Well, I will say this. I am suitably impressed by how powerful I feel right now. I don't feel weak. See, again, a situation that air magic is better for than everything. Even fire isn't going to pierce all the enemies I want there. It's just going to send flame tongues everywhere and hope for the best. I kind of don't want to fight this guy. I kind of want to run away. Yeah, too late. Stuck around. There, I just leaned on my good weapon. I'm not worried about being hit. I resist electricity. Alright, so let's review. Let's read what we have the least of. Okay, we found the curing potion. It's very important to find curing and heal wounds as early as possible, so it's good that we have those. I'll go one of those anyway. Nasty double zaps for you. Alright, now we should have enough spell levels for the airstrike, and we do. Let's give him an air show. Now, airstrike is a pure air spell, yeah? Okay, good. That's what it needs to be. We good here? Okay, clear. Next. The bear is in perfect position to attempt an airstrike, especially since he's sleeping. Success and failure in the same attack. We're not going to stick around and fight him. He's way too strong. Let's go somewhere else. Snake is actually in a decent position for an airstrike. Kills him. Good. Poison resistance. Very good. Our odds of living just went up a little. Zap and stab, baby. Torch. I'm really starting to enjoy not having magic dart, but having something stronger. Okay, now this is the best chance I've got to kill him is doing this twice. It didn't work, and now I'm dead. Lignification is good here. Possibly might as well, but definitely lignification. Because I wasn't going to take on that. Look how much damage he did to me as a tree. Alright, we've identified all of the core potions I need. That might be the Ecumenical Temple, actually. I hope so. After how miserably late I waited last game for a deity, it'll be nice to have one early this game. Oh, man. You know that thing I said can happen where they rob you of all your magic? It just did. 80% odds of hitting him and killing him versus not probably killing him. So yeah, this is my best shot. Thank God it worked. Hey, it was the temple. I'll be eternally gosh-swoggled. And there is Gozog. See, was that hard? Thank you, game. Okay, so we're still pure air dodge. But now we're going to remove the amulet of almost die for no good reason and put fighting on instead. Because I would have loved to have one more zap in that last situation against that ogre. Yeah, see? Getting a nice stone arrow. Direct damage to single target. Conjuration of Earth, but it doesn't help me towards any of my final goals. Passwell, on the other hand, can save my bacon in a tight situation, as can Static Discharge. So we're going to go ahead and train some generic spellcasting too here. Just give myself a little bit more, one more out on survival. Quicksilver, that's another out. Good. So now we're starting to collect a few safety strategies. A new lignification potion I'll definitely take. Many situations that I like to have those for. Oh, can we just airstrike you? Perfect. Can we just airstrike you? Perfect. If you've ever been afraid of dealing with a orcish priest, now you can be the orcish priest. Am I gonna die here? They're moving swiftly, yeah? Yeah, so we will do so too. Swiftness. We walked the wrong way. And that is going to let him catch up with me. Our swiftness just, I did not think I was going to get that far on one cast of swiftness, to be completely honest with you. So I'm going to give swiftness a reconsideration in my head for its value. That was really quite something. Okay, we killed the Buddha. We killed the Knoll. And priest, slow vamp, confused, don't care, don't care, don't care. Spider form. Ensorcelled hibernation anguish, good stuff. We've now picked up a decent passel of options. Enough that I feel better about my decision to train a little generic spellcasting. Start reading some scrolls, man. We need to find that teleport scroll sooner rather than later. Okay. Back off is the correct initial choice. Airstrike if possible. Good. Second airstrike to finish the job. And then swiftness to get away. How is swiftness? Oh, I thought swiftness was a level 2 spell. It's level 3. It's even worse than I thought. Okay, the exit is above us. I can escape here. But not if I take the wrong turn at Albuquerque. Okay. Let's give him an air show. Okay, let's go swift and get the heck away from them. Come upstairs, bro. Thank you. Don't know why I'm having such a hard time killing a freaking Lemure. Scroll of Fear can save my life, that's good. Pykel is still at large, but it's not a big threat to me. Kill the Scorpion. 4 out of 8 is not enough squares. 5 out of 8 is still not a ton. Yeah, I just boxed myself in here, didn't I? Let's go somewhere else. Deep water is nice. Good survival tool. Let's see if a random one-off could help there. No such luck. Amnesia. We're not going to forget swiftness since it's already saved our life at least once. Distant. Let's head in the distant direction, I guess. Oh, okay. Blink Scroll is hugely valuable to find and still have spares of. Blink Scroll is fantastic. Blink Scroll can be a scroll of life. If I had a Blink Scroll, I wouldn't have lost last game. Well, I might have. I didn't take the time to really study my inventory. Okay, there are a series of incredibly dangerous enemies coming. Oh, but we found a place to get out of dodge. We will deal with these enemies as soon as we get back, if not sooner. Okay, this is going to be a Custer's Last Stand scenario if I'm not very careful. Let's turn into a tree. It's a shame because I really wanted to save that for being inside of a place that has potential torment, but what can you do? I've got a Gazog. I can summon a potion if necessary. I've got Conjure Flame's okay. I should really study Pass Wall. Static Discharge. That's what I need. Static Discharge, so I have an option for when I'm in melee. That's a little stronger than Pray and Spray. When it comes to multi-target hitting, though, I mean, Zap is still very effective. Okay, I don't want to alarm the entire floor just yet. Good. Question. So it's saying 4 out of 8. And this is saying 3 out of 8. Okay, so it's not giving me free information as to the tiles that are off to the side of it. I don't think. Oh, it was. Maybe. I'm curious if that only is going to tell me about the tiles I can see, or if it's going to truthfully tell me what I can't see. We don't resist cold, but Zap, if it hits them, should really end Simulacra very quickly. Yeah, these Simulacra aren't going to hold up. Another situation where being a air mage was super effective and being a poison mage would have been very challenging. I am still primarily just using the kit that I came into the dungeon with, and it's proving effective enough. I mean, I've run 2 Octopode Air Mages, and they're both looking like they're going to get to level 10. Okay, how do we deal with this? Swiftness. Get them in a nice line, and start zapping the whole line of them. That seems good. And then use the Swiftness to get out of range. The problem is I'm used to Blink, which is a things have gone wrong, now use me spell. And Swiftness is a things might go wrong, use me first spell. Anything I've got doubles of I can taste. Strength -2, int -1, harder to cast spells. That's literally the opposite of what I want at this stage. Do they hit harder though? Yeah. And everything is still castable-ish? Yeah, so maybe I don't get rid of it just yet. On my typical wizard, where I'm getting a lot of stuff to just castable, like Mephitic and Blink, this would be devastating, but on this guy, it's less painful, actually. Yeah, we can. Oh, that was the wrong button. That was so the wrong button. We can just zap a lot of this stuff, though, hopefully. Definitely the bats we want to zap early because they can bounce around a lot. A level 1 AoE spell is so good. You get to cast it so many times. Okay. Ossuary cleared, and I think we did take the time to clear out the greeting party that was chasing me out, so that's good. I don't plan to use that mace, but I'll carry it with me for a bit. Okay, a rapier of value. I am currently wielding a strength +3 RLEC. This gives me RN++. Definitely worth carrying. Flame is a better brand than Vorpal in some situations, including against Hydras. Hydras are a real threat, so we'll bear all of that in mind. Start blasting along the line that these guys are coming through. No, static discharge. Okay, before we die, heal wounds once. Switch to the flaming weapon, please. And kick him. There you go. Mephitic Cloud. And now we have everything I want. I have a disable for anti-poison value, and I've got a... And because of all my air power, I don't have to take too much of an egress to get it castable, although I will invest a few points into Conjure Poison to speed up the process. I don't want those daggers. I do want Lignification. I already got Gazog. I haven't had to pay a cent. That's good. That's really good. Okay, can we deal with a gargoyle? Actually, yes, with airstrike. We get 3 airstrikes to make it work, and then we're dead. So let's open with Quicksilver or Mind Burst. Probably Mind Burst. Nope. Quicksilver. Yep. And now, what have we changed airstrike to? D. Okay. 8 square bonus, 8 square bonus, 8 square bonus. Okay, we took 3 shots and they all failed. He is unaffected by fear. I don't know what fog looks like. I don't have a good option but to blink it away at this point. In fairness, I really should have gotten more lucky than that. It's unlikely to get that heavily screwed over on my luck. I don't feel like I made the wrong decisions there. I feel like I got unlucky. But that's what consumables are for, to deal with the times where your generally correct strategy doesn't work out. And that was a typo, actually, because the letter of my attack has changed. Let's not be too far away from an escape, but let's wait for the gargoyle. There he is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. He is almost dead. Can we finish him with anything? Root. Yeah, constriction should finish him. Mind burst. 50-50. Got him. Single enemy all alone. Oh! Yes! If we can find... Oh, it's just lucky. There it is. I will absolutely... I now have Mephitic, which is good for AoE. Zap, which is good for damage on a line. And single target damage with airstrike. I have at least one magic potion, and I have one blink saved in case of otherwise death. I've got Gazog, at least 1 or 2 potion summon capability. I think we're going for it. What's the best way to deal with these guys? I think one big zap ought to do it. Yep. 6 bonus tiles. 6 bonus tiles. Good enough. Zap. Zap myself. Zapola. Gotcha. Gotcha, girly. Alright, level 9. We are almost as high level as the last time we tried an Octopode Air Mage. May this time be more lucky. Okay, this is actually not my favorite variation. Let me rephrase. I love this variation of the Bailey. This particular minute, however, I'm scared of it because I don't have strong AoE for all of them at once. I don't have any ID scrolls. I do have fear. I'm just going for it. Oh, never mind. I thought this was the one where they were all like in a giant square and you take them all on at the same time. This is a lot more palatable, actually, because I've been training dodge this whole time, which is going to work great against projectiles. If you ever step off the wall, you got to be ready for me to airstrike you. And static discharge and melee. I also resist poison, which means I can do the whole self-mephitic thing with a lot more safety. Mephitic Cloud is now 10%. That's much better. Spellcasting is going up. Dodge, fighting, yeah, the usuals. Let's pick up these boomerangs. Kill with airstrike. Kill it with airstrike. I'm being very aggressive with my airstriking, which is what I have to do. Okay, we finished round 1. And we're going to get a free scroll. Oh, sorry, drink. Not degeneration, please. I have 3 to 4 airstrikes per tank. So not an ideal number, but it's better than less than that, obviously. Mephitic is safer here. Thin out the crowds when all my mana is running out. You're gonna need airstrikes to finish for sure. Okay, that failed. Let's use fear to drive him away from me. If I have to drink a magic potion, I will. But I don't want to if I can avoid it. It looks like he's not running away for long, so I will have to do so now. Okay, so We're on borrowed time now. I'm very likely to lose 400 gold if I have to summon a potion petition, which I will absolutely do if it comes to that. But that would be giving up my ability to summon a shop. Ooh, okay, never mind. I lucked out. And I got 2 new means of dealing with problems. 3 new means of dealing with problems. Great, get me out of here before anything else happens. Quaffables, none. Looks like we've got some folks who've come out to watch, so thank you to my YouTubers and my Twitchers. I appreciate you both. Feel free to drop a comment in chat or what have you. We don't have a means of disabling the Centaur, but we do have. Oh, we do. We have Mephitic now, but we can also just blast him. So it's saying 5 out of 8 tiles, but I see the magic map says 8. So it's either. Yep. So it is giving me the credit for all of them, probably. It's just not telling me information that I haven't seen with my own eyes, which is appropriate. If I could deduce the level structure by using the menu, the reticule, without having to cast the spell, that would be a little cheap. Clearly, that would not be the intended use. No, what this calls for is zap on the line, and static discharge to finish it. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but this is a bad opener. I can walk away, but the likelihood of being blinked back in is very high. Quicksilver. No, I need to get out of range of the Centaur now, which means back away and let the Phantom intercept. Good. Now, I can swiftness and run and pray that the thing doesn't get ahead of me. This is the time to teleport. If I knew how to teleport, I'd be doing it. Break LOS so that the odds of being blinked back in are lower and lower. Okay, now we can get a little more comfortable. Let's get him off the walls and go for an airstrike. You know, with a 97% chance of success, I shouldn't have 2 failures in a row this often. It's bad enough that it barely hurts sometimes, but that's just irritating. Okay. I don't know what masochist has created these vaults. I do not like them very much right now. I was leery of using Mephitic Cloud because it will wake up everybody inside there, but it is the right spell in this situation. My swiftness is failing. Dispersal did not help. Fear did not work. Redisperse did work somewhat. I'm playing too fast. Slow down. Take your hands off the keyboard. Think. Are you dead or not? You're not dead, but you're heading there. Can you root these guys? Probably. Didn't work. Can you quicksilver them? 50-50 and less. Okay. Tremor stones, even worse. Mind burst, even worse. Is this the time to use your last blinking scroll? Yes, I think so. Let's review. What's the plan? You blink over here, take one step back, and immediately getting dogged again. You can heal wounds and lignify, then you win the fight. That's probably worth it. That's actually probably just worth it. Here or here? Here exposes me to the dispersal trap. This is better. 1, 2. Do we go for 3? Yeah, we go for 3. 3. Wounds, lignify, win the fight. That right there is the difference between me having another round that made it to level 10 and didn't make it to the lair, and potentially winning the whole game. The ability to recognize when I'm playing too fast and I need to literally take my hands off the keyboard, because if I keep playing at the speed I am, I'm going to be upset that I don't have a blink and then I'm going to die. Is it possible that I could have gotten through that without using up so many valuable resources? It's possible, but by the time I stopped playing, it was too late. And we found statue form. I think at this point it would be worth pivoting to transmutations, at least somewhat, since that's my ultimate goal, and since I now have multiple transmutation spells going all the way down to ignite poison. I do think that I take the ignite poison now because I induce poison via Mephitic Cloud as well as darts. And I think I summoned my first shop looking for jewelry. I got jewelry. I got jewelry I don't really care for the most part. I will invest some money in an amulet of the acrobat one day, potentially. But I'm not excited about losing my ability to summon a potion effect yet, so I might come back for that. Okay, down another floor. Anything else here we really need to be getting? Nah, brah, we're good. Air, transmutation, spellcasting. Why are we taking transmutation? Oh yeah, we're thinking about statue form. Which would be a crying shame if that's what we had to go with, but the game did offer us a significant quantity of Earth-related materials, so. And again, this is where I point out there's enough EXP in the game that you can afford to do more than one thing. Okay, we do not have a shot at getting out of this, so kill the interloper first, worry about escape second. Blast whatever's in that intersection. Good. Very, very good. Not so good. Significantly worse. Man, there are a lot of gnolls in this dungeon. Either that or I'm forgetting that I already did a round before this round, and that round was the one that had all the gnolls. It's possible. Okay, good. I am so tempted to walk in there. I feel like I could deal with it. Basic summoner package acquired. Gotta love that full screen LOS. Blast, blast, blast. Oh, it's so satisfying to blast all of them at once. I mean, you would never get that much value out of Foxfire or Magic Dart. That was like the optimal use case of Lightning Bolt, and it shows. Optimalist. Most optimal. Alright, let's start figuring out what my stuff is again, please. Okay. Didn't expect that to happen, but okay. How are we doing on that Ignite Poison? 26%, not bad. Okay, shit. Do I have to deal with Amion? Immune to Torment, summons Scorpions. What is Concentrate Venom? Turns Venom into Curari. Okay. Doesn't look like he's immune to being confused, though. So Mephitic Cloud is actually a possibility. Let's just back away slowly before we launch our attack. Let's see how this goes. Well, he got confused, okay. He can be confused, he can be killed. Good. Could have been much scarier. Thought he was some kind of undead just by the look of his tiles, and that scared me to death, but I don't know what an orange demon is. Is it just a generic orange demon? It doesn't say anything about immunity to poison, so you can also be Mephitic, and if you can be Mephitic, you can be killed. Okay. Okay, very good. Very, very good. So what is this death trap that I'm seeing here? 2 ways in, 2 ways out. Massive melee with a bunch of kobolds. No upside. It's the no upside part that makes me hesitate. Otherwise, I'd be going in there for sure. Like, there's no value in killing them if they don't have anything of value. Bunch of darts, some decent +4 shit. Yeah, the thing you're missing in that trap there is the element of surprise or any loot. And without either of those, there's no good reason for me to risk my life. I'll take that. Blade Hands and Dragon Form is kind of perfect for my build. I'll get more cash later, and I'm not using any of the other stuff, so lousy choices, but I'll take one of them. And on that score, how hard would it be to pivot now? I got Irradiate, which is a Conjuration transmutation, Dragon Form, which is a pure transmutation, and where's Blade Hands? Which is a pure transmutation, 78%. We're gonna flip the ratios here a little bit, and we're gonna ditch fighting now in favor of unarmed combat. No, we're gonna ditch dodging in favor of unarmed combat. Yeah, like this. We'll turn back on fighting shortly. Can't leave fighting off long term. HP is good in every build. We're absolutely going to need wizardry in order to get this build going at this stage. I'm tempted to summon another store, to be honest. I feel like another jewelry store would go a long way, barring which I can try and storm the Orcish Mines, try and pick one up there. None of these. I don't need to do this. Sure, just throw it on that one for now. I don't care. Ditch noise, ditch brand, ditch enchant, test read some stuff, test read some stuff. Okay. Found Nigob's neck hole. Acrobat, magic regen, or reflection. None of them are ideal. Anyway, at the $300 price tag is still too high for my blood, too rich for my blood. Fire an ink cloud, close the door. I can't imagine they all died in there. That would be ridiculously lucky. Yeah, they didn't. Here they come. Get him off the wall. Kill him. Get him off the wall. Always use the terrain to your advantage. Okay, these guys know how to open doors, but they can be mephitic, so that should be fine. Good. Ambrosia is good in some situations, better than healing. Gotta remember all of my spells. I've not been using that for a while, but it's there. Okay, we can now summon another shop if we so desire, or we can use the guaranteed availability of the shops we already got. Replacing my lack of an amulet slot with an amulet of any kind is very tempting. I gotta say, I like new airstrike. Instead of just being, oh, if you're flying, it's brutal, it's a little more nuanced. It's all positional. Magic regen, I don't actually need that much. I tend to fire a few bullets, then run away. I need to survive while running away. So actually, even if it's just short term, this is probably the better option for me. Man, I forgot how many enemies I've left behind. Let's swim through the deep water to force them off their game. They can't possibly keep up to me if they swim. Because I'm an octopus. I'm like a baby kraken boy. For a guy who needs no strength, I sure have a lot of it. Get through the rest of these. Finally found the teleport scroll. Yeah, I'm summoning a shop. I'd rather have a scroll shop of jewelry, something. I don't need armor or weapons. I'll take a book emporium. Maybe I get lucky. No. Hello, puppet. Blink and storm form. Everything you need. Shock, irradiate. I already have some of that. Be systematic, even though you know exactly what you want. Manual of Conj. Well, we're getting the Atlas, and we're doing it right away. How far off is Stormform? 98% failure. That sucks. But we're very close to winning the game because that's all we need. Once we have that online, we're golden. With all the air training, it's the obvious next choice. Air and transmutation, these are all the skills that I need for it, so in the right order. So now it's just a matter of play the game long enough to get it online and boom, win. So I guess we've changed our mind about that amulet. Boom, boom, confuse, and finish him. That's why you keep static discharge is like babies irradiate. It's not as good as irradiate, obviously, but it's massive damage right when the enemy has finally managed to get right up next to you. You'll take damage too because of your proximity, but if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me situation. For sure. Get him confused, get him torched. Torch and pop. Yeah, this is another torch and pop situation here. Don't get smited. Don't get smited. That's all I ask. Don't get smited. This run is going too good for me to just piss it away now. I've got everything I need. I just need a little more time to get it online. The thing I'm missing, honestly, is any profitable jewelry. I don't have wizardry. I don't have int plus. I don't have. Yes. Also, don't I have that mutation? Yeah, I have the mutation that makes it less likely for me to succeed. Let me get rid of that mutation. Int plus 4. I didn't get rid of it, but I did get an int plus 4. Storm form is not memorized. I thought I memorized storm form. Where is it? Oh, it's E. Wrong letter. That's why. Yeah, it's still not great. Let's go again. Still not what I need. Okay. Okay, good. 91%. So actually the int plus more than offset the penalty, and I shouldn't have gone again if I had known that. So good to learn. Why are you not confused yet? Damn. Why are you still not confused yet? Cheap cheating cheater. Finally you got confused. Only after it's too late to matter. Am I standing in a cloud? Apparently I still am. It's so not fair. So not fair. Yeah, we're not going to risk life and limb against you. Storm form 87% and improving. Good. That's what I like to see. Shocktopus. Can we do swiftness? Yeah, let's do swiftness. I don't like this engage. The Shocktopus behind him, that could get really nasty really fasty. We still don't know where the upstairs is. Oh, it's below me. Okay, good. I had hoped that static discharge would be enough, but it's not. And that wasn't an up staircase, that was a down. Nope, that was an up staircase. I'm just looking in the wrong spot. Okay, off we go. Okay. Boggart, who's immune to poison, but not airstrikes. Good. I feel really bad about what I did with the mutation potions. I played Mutation Roulette thinking that getting rid of that negative would be the right move. Then I managed to get a gift, which was more intelligence, and I didn't realize how valuable that was. And so, yeah, that miscalculation. Okay, we're gonna die, so how do we not do that? We can't petition a potion. We can't get out of it. We used everything we had before. We're not gonna lose enough fast enough. Damn it, I did this to myself again, didn't I? Curing once is not gonna be enough. I'm gonna have to cure 3 times. I don't have haste. Go for it anyway. Chain cure, baby. Yeah, it's dead. That's so fucking stupid. I didn't have to die here. I didn't have to go upstairs with 3 of them surrounding me. I didn't have to use static discharge 3 times while they were coming at me. Damn. But this is, again, this is an alarming trend for me. I'm not used to having 6 characters die before I make it to lair. That's kind of frustrating, actually, if I'm being honest. And it's not just today. Here, I'll pull up my stats and I'll show you guys. It's kind of the fastest way to do this. Pop into somebody else's game, I guess. Hang on. And pull it up that way. Yeah, I mean, considering the streaks that I'm running, this is my Octopodes. Dies before lair, dies before lair, dies before lair, dies before lair. Oh, sorry, wins the game. Dies before lair, dies before lair, dies before lair. This one made it to lair, I think. No, I went orc first and died. Dies before lair. These 2 are good. These are venom mages. I don't know why they were losing so badly. I do, and this is the truth, I do think that it's less a matter of my build is bad and more a matter of I'm playing it badly. That last round was a classic scenario. I did not have to die there. I could absolutely have avoided that fight, but I thought static discharge would be stronger and it wasn't. Now, I could have had irradiate memorized, but I was intentionally avoiding like going all out with every spell. I was trying to focus on just being an air mage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't even make it out of the dungeon. If it wasn't 1 o'clock, this is a good thing though, because it's an interesting and entertaining build. I do want to play again, and the fact that I want to play again right away, despite having just lost such a promising run, is really telling for how fun the build is. I think it's overly reliant on getting enhancers in order to get off the ground, and the fact that I didn't get wizardry or int +6 was such a stalled me out. Then again, it wasn't a problem. I should be able to deal with that much at least. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I had a good time doing this run, even if I'm very pissed off with the ending. I feel like I'm spending half an hour and 1 hour to just die, and that sucks. But I'm inspired, and that's a good feeling, and I'm probably going to keep at this till I get better at it. So if you guys enjoy that, then you'll enjoy this. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.